Maybe this is you. You're just like my friends and family, who all set ambitious New Year's goals, especially being to lose weight, or to improve themselves, or to start their own business. But they've already failed. It sounds crazy, but about 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February. You can search this up if you don't believe me. In January, you've set all these goals. You try all kinds of things. You wake up early, you work out, you eat better, you become productive or something, whatever that means. It sounds good, but then you fail in like 1 week. And this is all because you're probably setting your goals completely wrong. But future you, using the tips of this video, you're going to be focused on any goal that you achieve. No matter if it's a New Year's resolution, or it's just a random goal that you decided to set. I'll teach you how to be actually consistent because you'll learn the trick that I use to frame any goal that I have. There's this huge mistake that pretty much everyone makes when it comes to accomplishing goals that it's really subtle. So that's why I'm trying to share this with you. So I'll explain that as the video goes on, so stay tuned. But first, I'm Mr. Locked, and I'm going to show you today how you're actually supposed to set goals. Because most people totally do this wrong. And if you follow this framework, it's going to change your life. But first, like and subscribe if you actually appreciate my content. It helps me a lot, not just for my channel, but it also gives me feedback as to if people actually appreciate my videos. So let me tell you a quick story. One of my friends said that he really wanted to lose weight this year. He was at about 220 pounds, and he said by the end of the year that he wanted to aim for maybe 185-ish, which I think is a fairly sustainable amount to lose over the course of a year, right? Definitely possible, definitely realistic. However, he's completely given up now that it's April. Can you relate to this? Do you even remember what your New Year's resolution was, or do you care? More than likely, probably not. Just based on the statistic that 80% of people are done in February, you probably gave up on yours too, no matter what it is. This situation that my friend faces is actually pretty relatable for a lot of people, regardless of whether you're young, or you're old, or you're tall, or you're short, or whatever, right? It doesn't matter the characteristics that you have. The common factor is that nobody can achieve their goals. And again, it's because they're setting the goals wrong. So now I'm going to take the time to kind of explain how you aren't setting the goals right. So the most important thing is that you're not being specific enough. So for example, an obese person who says they want to lose weight as their New Year's resolution, okay, awesome. There are a lot of details when it comes to this that you have to really clarify, right? If you just say, I want to lose weight, it's not specific enough. Most importantly though, the amount of weight is really important to decide, because when the goal, the target, it's clear, it's way easier to hit it, right? Imagine an archer was shooting a bow, but he doesn't know where the target is. That would just be impossible. Secondly, the how for this example isn't really obvious. So this guy, he doesn't say oh, I'm going to do this to lose weight, I'm going to do that to lose weight. He's not being specific about what he should be doing. And this applies to absolutely any goal that you could have, right? Even if it's to start a business, there are a lot of things you have to just be like, this is what I'm going to do every single day, or for how many days, or this is my plan, right? Because if you just say, I'm going to lose weight, well, there's a billion different ways you could do that. So by being specific, it really helps you to say, okay, you just wake up in the morning, that's what you're going to do. So basically, if you don't specify, you won't succeed. And this is how I achieve all of my goals, by clearly writing them out, just saying, okay, this is the goal by this date. And I specify the exact process I'm going to do. And then I change it over time sometimes, just in case I found a way that was more efficient or easier for me. So the general process is you write down your goal, you write down the why, you write down the how, you write down the what, and then you just go and do it. Because the more specific you are, the less chance you have of messing up, since it's just really obvious. There's no doubt in your mind on what you have to do. So specifically for this obese person, what you should be doing is, first you need to identify where you are, right? So having a scale is obviously great. And then you also have to identify where you need to go. So for this specific case of losing weight, it should probably be with numbers like kilograms or pounds, like whatever the weight is. So you say, okay, I'm starting at 200, but now my goal, my target, where I want to end up is 150. But to even be more specific than that, you should probably say, okay, I want to lose 1 pound per week, right? You get specific on the exact amount that you're doing, then it becomes easier to do since you actually know what you're trying to do. Next, you're going to have to identify how you're going to get there. So you have a training plan. You make that training plan, and you say, this is my diet, and this is your diet. And you have different meals planned out. You have everything scheduled perfectly, and then you just do it. Because once again, if you aren't specific, you just will fall into failure. So if you were paying attention this long, this is by far the most important part. The most important part is specifying reward and punishment. So ideally, you just won't fail at your goal, but realistically speaking, you'll probably make a slip up or two, right? You might just eat a snack when you're not supposed to, and then you don't make progress for the week or something, right? It happens all the time. So you have to have some kind of reward for your actions and some kind of punishment. So for my opinion, if I failed this weight loss challenge or goal that I'm setting right now, I wouldn't continue to binge eat, right? Like if I eat some ice cream, I'm not going to like double down and get a pizza, right? Like it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But instead, you just have to treat that ice cream that you snacked on as a failure and move on. There's no need for an arbitrary punishment, say like you, I don't know, starve yourself for like 3 weeks, because the punishment for failing your goal is that you didn't succeed. Like you don't need to punish yourself because you already have been punished by not succeeding, because obviously you want to succeed, right? In other words, you've already lost because you chose not to succeed. Now here's the thing that just everyone gets wrong. Rewards. Many people will eat clean for like 6 days and then decide on the 7th day that they're just going to eat like a pig. They just go out and grab all the snacks and sweets at the store and totally reverse all of their progress. And this astounds me. Like, why? They call destroying all their progress by eating food a reward. It keeps them motivated. But rewards should be designed to keep you motivated, whereas when you eat a ton, you'll feel guilty and less motivated. So it just doesn't help you. So what makes more sense is buying some new clothes that fit better now that you've lost weight, or upgrading your gym pass, or just anything that doesn't directly cause your progress to be destroyed. It astounds me to see that many people do this. And this is the reason you won't succeed, is because you're destroying your progress, and thus you will destroy your motivation. And you won't be able to continue going with it. I was very blunt in this video because I know most people can't achieve their goals. It's April, and most people have already failed whatever New Year's resolutions they had. If you're someone with ambitious goals and you've been watching this far, all you need to know is that you can actually achieve any of them. Just stop listening to your impulses and start listening to the rational, level-headed parts of your brain. So if you want to succeed, pull out a piece of paper, write down your goals while being as specific as possible. Okay, I hope that my tips on how to actually set goals like an ambitious person should helped you. Now that's how you optimize your time. Thanks for watching.